Hello students, welcome back to the economics class of plus 1 standard. Today we will start with lesson number 9, problems of poverty. In this chapter you will learn about meaning of poverty, measurement of poverty, types of poverty. Under this you will learn about absolute poverty and relative poverty. Next is extent of poverty, causes of poverty, suggestions for the removal of poverty, poverty alleviation programs. But today we will discuss meaning, measurement, types, extent and causes of poverty. So let's start with the introduction of poverty. As you have seen your surroundings that there are number of beggars not having proper clothes and food to eat. That is known as poverty. Growth can be converted into development only when poverty is eliminated, implying that people no longer suffer hunger, death or starvation. All people enjoy at least the bare minimum of life, means food, cloth and shelter. So poverty is the inability to fulfill the minimum requirements of life like food, clothes and shelter. Poverty line can be defined as the cutoff level of per capita consumption expenditure per month which is needed to maintain a minimum acceptable standard of living of a country. Basic amenities of life like food, cloth and shelter. Percentage of population below poverty line in India across different states of India, that is Jammu and Kashmir, head count ratio, that is in rural areas 4.6 and head count ratio in urban areas, that is 7.9, and in Punjab state that is 9.1, and in urban areas of Punjab that is 7.1. In Himachal Pradesh rural areas 10.7 head count ratio, and in urban areas of Himachal Pradesh that is 3.4. In Uttar Pradesh that is 33.4% head count ratio in rural areas, and in urban areas that is remains the same. Uttarakhand, that is rural areas head count ratio 40.8 and in urban areas that is also 40.8. Jharkhand 46.3 in rural and urban areas. Bihar in rural areas that is 42.1 and in urban areas that is 34.6% head count ratio is. So poverty line. Poverty refers to a cutoff point usually in terms of per capita expenditure which divides people of a region as poor and non-poor. If per capita expenditure of rupees 500 per month is taken as a cutoff point, then those surviving on the monthly expenditure less than rupees 500 will be taken as poor, and those making a monthly expenditure more than rupees 500 will be taken as non-poor. Percentage of poor below poverty line is called head count ratio or poverty incidence ratio. Key terms related to the topic are per capita consumption expenditure, head count ratio or poverty incidence ratio. Per capita consumption expenditure. If a family's total consumption expenditure is rupees 3000 and the family members are 6, then per capita consumption expenditure, that is rupees 500, as 3000 is the total monthly expenditure of a family and total family members are 6. So 3000 divided by 6 we will get rupees 500. So this rupees 500 is the per capita consumption expenditure of a family. So per capita consumption expenditure is equals to the total consumption expenditure of a family per month divided by the number of family members. Next one is head count ratio or poverty incidence ratio. Suppose the number of poor people in a region is 200 and total population in a region is 2000. Then poverty incidence ratio or head count ratio, that will be counted as 200 people, that is poor people, divided by the population of that region, that is 2000. So 200 divided by 2000 will give you 0.1. So this 0.1 is the head count ratio, that is equals to the number of poor people divided by the total population. There are different kinds of people that are classified as poor and non-poor. Under the poor people, there are two types of categories, that is chronic poor and transient poor. Chronic poor, that is further divided into always poor or usually poor, and transient poors are further divided into two categories, that is churning poor or occasionally poor. Non-poor are middle class, upper middle class, rich and very rich. Classification of poor and non-poor. Generally, the total population in any country can be broadly classified into two groups, poor and non-poor. There is a poverty line, the persons above the poverty line, that is known as non-poor, and the persons below the poverty line, that is known as poor. Classification of poor. Poor people can be classified into two groups, chronic group and transient group. There are many kinds of poor as well as non-poor. Poor include people who are always poor, like beggars, and those who are usually poor, who may sometimes get a little more money to survive. These two types of poor taken together are known as churning poor or chronic poor. There is another group of people who regularly move in or out of poverty. For example, small and marginal farmers and seasonal workers, and even laborers also. They are also called churning poor. So, chronic poor is the group of people who are generally found to lie below the poverty line for the most part of any year. Occasionally poor. If some people who remain above the poverty line are found to move below the poverty line due to financial or any other type of crisis for a very short period, then such people are treated as occasionally poor. The two groups of people, that is churning poor and occasionally poor, are treated as transient poor or temporarily poor. Non-poor people are classified into groups like middle class people, employees in any institution, upper middle class people like officers, rich people like entrepreneurs, very rich people like Ambani brothers, Ratan Tata, Bill Gates, Sundar Pichai. Measurement of poverty. Poverty can be estimated in two ways: on the basis of income earned by a family and on the basis of expenditure incurred by a family on the various consumption items. First of all, we will discuss the poverty on the basis of income earned by a family. In India, per family income is about rupees 27,000 per annum. 21.9% people are below poverty line. All families whose income in a month is less than rupees 816 in rural areas and rupees 1000 in urban areas are considered as BPL, means below poverty line. In rural areas, essential commodities are cheaper than urban areas. That is why the amount of poverty line fixed for rural areas is less than urban areas. In Bihar side, you can see the yellow boards outside the houses, those who are below poverty line. Poverty estimation under expenditure method. In India, the concept of poverty line is based on calorie intake. The average calorie requirement of an average man is 2400 calories per day in rural sector and 2100 calories per day in urban sector. So, poverty line is the monthly per capita expenditure required to purchase a daily calorie intake of 2400 per person in rural areas and 2100 per person in urban areas. How is poverty line fixed in India? In the estimation of consumption cutoff, only private consumption expenditure is considered, not the government consumption expenditure is considered. In private consumption expenditure, we consider not only food items but non-food items also. For the consumption of food items, we work out per capita consumption of calories. Frequency distribution is formed with different class intervals showing the range of calories consumption and the level of calories consumption. Higher class shows higher level of calories consumption. Frequencies are recorded against each class interval. Each frequency counts the number of heads belonging to a particular consumption class. Finally, head count ratio is worked out showing poor and non-poor separately for the rural and urban areas. The ratio shows the percentage of population below poverty line. Urban poverty, a spillover of rural poverty. People tend to migrate from rural areas to urban areas in search of alternative occupations, but not finding jobs beyond subsistence. They only add to the percentage of urban population below poverty line. Types of poverty. Poverty is of two types: absolute poverty, relative poverty. Absolute poverty, when the level of income of people of a country is so low that they cannot meet even their basic minimum requirements. It is called absolute poverty. The basic requirements of an average man in India has been presumed at least 2200 calories per day. A minimum physical quantity of cereals, pulses, milk and butter are determined, which is supposed to be necessary for maintaining a subsistence level of living. Relative poverty, when we compare the incomes of different people and we find that some people are poorer than others, it is called relative poverty. In the same way, when we compare the income of different nations and we find that some nations are having less income than the others, it is known as relative poverty. This indicates the inequality in the society. For estimating the relative poverty, incomes and expenditures of different sections of population are estimated. Extent of poverty in India. Poverty in India is estimated at national and state level by Planning Commission. These estimates are based on a large sample survey on household consumption expenditure conducted by National Sample Survey Organization after 5 years. According to National Sample Survey Organization report, there is a significant decline in the proportion of people living below poverty line in last 2 decades. That is, decline from 36% in 1993 till 94 to 21.9% in 2011 till 12. Human Development Report published by United Nations Organization measures poverty in terms of Multidimensional Poverty Index, that is MPI. It takes 3 parameters. First one is living standard, second one is health, third one is education. People who are living on less than $1.25 per day are poor, and according to this parameter, India ranks very low. China ranks 15.9% poverty ratio, and in Sri Lanka its 14% poverty ratio is there. Urban-rural breakup of poverty. Poor people are living with us in our localities and can be seen in both rural and urban areas. In the rural sector, poor include landless agricultural workers, small and marginal farmers, rural artisans like weavers, potters, blacksmiths, and BC, that is backward class and backward tribes. They lack basic literacy and skills. They are isolated and are unable to find alternative employment elsewhere in the non-farm sector, like in the industrial sector or the service sector. They are forced to borrow from money lenders who lead them into chronic indebtedness. Rural urban breakup of poverty. In the urban sector, the poor consists of rickshaw pullers, street cobblers, pushcart vendors, domestic servants, low paid workers in the factories, and beggars. They possess few assets. They reside in poor localities. 75% poor people live in rural areas. The urban poor are largely outflow of rural poor who migrate to the urban areas in search of employment. Our industrial and service sectors have not been able to absorb all these poor people. Regional variations in incidence of poverty. Incidence of poverty varies from state to state. Odisha is the poorest state with the highest incidence of poverty. In different states of India, the number of poor people are different. According to information provided by National Sample Survey Organization, that is NSSO, for 2011 and 12, the highest poverty ratio exists in Bihar, 33.1%, as against a national average of 21.9%. The number of poor is high in the state of Odisha, 32.6% in Madhya Pradesh, 31.6%, and in the states of Punjab, 8.5%, Haryana, that is 11.2%, Kerala 7.1%, has the lowest poverty ratio, followed by Himachal Pradesh 8.1%. Causes of poverty. Poverty in India is caused mainly by three factors. First one is low level of economic development. Economic development like lesser development in infrastructure, lesser development in industrial sector, extreme inequalities of income and assets, growth of population. There are several factors responsible for poverty. Some of important factors are as follows. Underdevelopment of the economy. There is no improvement in the industrial sector, quality of the products and quantity of the products, maintenance of roads, railways, bridges, flyovers, and subsidies. These are the signs of underdevelopment of the economy. Overall development of the economy during the 5-year plan was low. Physical and natural resources are underutilized or untouched. Natural resources like coal, soil, water, coal, and physical resources like labor. Lack of capital, technology, and entrepreneurial ability result in low GDP, low level of per capita income, and mass poverty is there. Unequal distribution of income and assets. Major part of the fruits of economic progress have been taken away by a few rich. Only 7% of the economic progress it is distributed among the 20% of the people of India. Rise in the prices. Rise in the prices is the another reason of poverty. Cost of production for the essential goods also is high because of rigidities and inefficiencies in production. This results in higher prices. Rigidities means when the labor are reluctant to move from one place to another place for jobs. And inefficiency means when the resources are not properly utilized. Poor cannot afford to buy the necessary items. Fast population growth among poor. Poor people are ignorant of birth control measures or they do not want to adopt family planning system as they think that a family is a good family. A big family is a good family. Moreover, they consider male child as an asset, as a source of income and source of security during old age. Thus, increased family size affects the per capita income and standard of living. Low per capita income results in low savings, low investment, low capital accumulation, and low productivity, low production, low per capita output, and low per capita income. And vicious circle of poverty from the supply side will prevail in the economy. In the same way, vicious circle of poverty from the demand side for low per capita income means low purchasing power of the people, narrow markets are there, low inducement of investment, low capital formation, low productivity, low production, and low per capita output, and again results in low per capita income. This is vicious circle of poverty from demand side. Illiteracy. Due to illiteracy, Indian farmers have failed to learn new methods of production. Money lenders also cheat them easily. The same happens with the workers in the urban areas. Due to their illiteracy, they are employed unskilled and paid much less salaries. Unemployment and underemployment. There is disguised unemployment, which means more people are engaged in agricultural activities than required. Agriculture is a seasonal occupation, so farmers do not get work for the whole year. Casual laborers are also there. They do not have any skill and no surplus to sustain life. They have no assets and no job securities. For the casual laborers also. Casual laborers are the laborers when they are having requirement only, then they are appointed as a workers or the laborers, otherwise they are without jobs. Social causes. Caste system, joint family system, religious faith and beliefs, law of inheritance have hindered the process of economic growth. On marriage functions, people spend lots of money. Caste system has reduced the mobility of labor and has prevented them from maximizing their income. In a joint family, people are prevented from doing hard work and thus make them dependent. Religious nature makes people fatalists and they believe that poverty is God given. Political causes. British rule policies of colonial government ruined traditional handicrafts, discouraged industrial development of textile, less job opportunities and low growth rate of income. Economic policies are formulated to promote the richer class. Capital deficiency, low level of national products, paucity of able and efficient entrepreneurs. Paucity means lack of infrastructure it is there. Students, hope you have understood the meaning and causes of poverty and types of poverty. Now it's time to note down the homework. First question is, define the following terms with examples: per capita consumption expenditure, head count ratio or the poverty incidence ratio. Second question is, discuss the different concepts of poverty. Third question is, differentiate between absolute poverty and relative poverty. Fourth question is, discuss the different causes of poverty. And students, please go through the links on the YouTube also, and hope you all will complete the notes in your fair copies for better learning. Thank you for listening, students.